Welcome to the Mouthpiece. It's your host, Mike the Mouth, and we're here. We're going to talk about the November 9, the finals of the World Series of Poker main event. It's coming up next week, and since I won't have a show next week because I'll be in Foxwoods, and hopefully I will be not back for the final event of the World Series of Poker, but if I do not make the final table, I will be back for that. We're going to talk about that. That's the most important thing here coming up here on the Mouthpiece. We're going to also talk about my Bellagio tournament that I disintegrated in last week. We're going to talk about my trip coming to Foxwoods. Poker Savvy Plus videos, Mike the Mouth. Poker videos from Poker Savvy Plus. We're going to talk about my hand of the week, which I don't know if there was one because I took the week off. Coming up next on the Mouthpiece. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. First off, happy Halloween to everybody. That's tomorrow night. I got my money hat since I'm going to be dressed as a... should I give away the secret? Let's just say the hat's part of my outfit. Looks kind of good, don't it? Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we're going to talk about the November 9. 9 idiots left, only one will win. Who will it be? You ask me, I tell you, I don't know. But I'm going out on the limb, and I'm going to say that the favorite and clear-cut favorite is the Russian, Dimitrov. I am pulling for Chino Ream, number one. He's a good friend of mine. We've become pretty good friends from playing. And I've been actually sitting down with him, and he's been the only one I've actually worked with as far as giving him any kind of advice for the final table. I've had a lot of people come up to me and ask me for advice at the final table, in which I've pretty much shunned pretty much everybody, even though I like every one of them. I want to also say thank you to Dennis Phillips for saying the nice things he said about me online in his interview. Made me feel real good. I'm pulling for Kelly Kim. I met him in London. Very, very nice guy. Him and his wife, super nice people. I know he doesn't have that many chips, but it doesn't make a difference. He's got plenty of chips. And as long as he knows he has plenty of chips, and I know he knows he has plenty of chips, he can win it just like anybody else can. Craig Marquis, played with him for 2 days. Real nice guy. Can always pull for him too. Nice guy. Ylan Schwartz, fellow Jew from New York. Pulling for him. Nice guy. Wow, I mean, the only one I really had never met is Suarto from Canada, I think. I didn't meet him, so I don't really know him. Scott Montgomery, I met him in London. We talked a lot. He's a complete lunatic, by the way. Scott, if you're listening out there, that play against Antonio Esfandieri at the Bellagio was brilliant. Play like that at the World Series and you'll be finishing 7th, maybe 8th. Peter Eastgate, never met him nor talked to him. Seems like a good player, young kid. Might be too inexperienced to win, but he seems like he's got the game to win. Let's see, who else do we have? Well, 19, 17, Ylan. So, yeah, that's about all. Well, if I'm missing anybody, well, you're probably the favorite to win. But I hope all you out there tune in for the finals of the World Series of Poker. I had been watching the last 3 weeks the tapes, and been watching a lot of tapes of the television leading up to these finals, and I found it kind of interesting. A lot of tells I picked up on people, and a lot of things that people do, and even the stuff that I picked up on when the hands were going on, and outside the hands. I just noticed a lot of stuff, and I've been watching a lot of the broadcast and rebroadcast. And boy, I was pretty amazed to see how many people got just chips handed to them. After me never getting one chip handed to me for 6 straight days, I got to watch. I watched just in agony some hands. I mean, wow, that guy Kettingham, who had like 8 million in chips, just give them all away. Ace King versus trips and Queen 10, and even Sean, who I played with all day the day before. I mean, he still had 1 million in chips left, and he overcalled with the 3/8, the all in. I mean, there's just no way that guy didn't have Queen 10. That was pretty gross. Saw that hand. Thought was pretty gross. Wow, Chino Reams moving in with 7 deuce against Jackson hitting a deuce. That was pretty gross. But you know, you watch a lot of things and you see a lot of crazy things, and you ask who's it meant to be for. Well, who knows who it's meant to be for. Chino hit like 4 miracles. Craig Marquis hit like 4 miracles. Dennis Phillips seemed to he started off his miracles with Mark Voss handing him 2.5 million in chips on the last night with 80 people left and never looked back. So who knows? Dmitov hits his miracle with 9s against 10s, and Chino flops a set of 10s. So you don't know who it's meant to be for because so many people had miracles. So you know, that's what's going on there. So I wish everybody the best of luck. And like I said, I don't know who to pull for. A lot of people I like, a lot of people I play with, but Chino is the guy I'll be pulling for, #1. After that, come talk to me. And yours truly finished 72nd out of 362 players at the Bellagio last week. I was cruising along with about 80,000 in chips. The average was about 200. Got down to about 253 after a couple of rounds and a couple of opening bets. Where this hand came along, Isaac Barron raised under the gun. I felt he was weak. I should have re-raised him. I had Queen 9 of diamonds, but I decided to take a flop from the cutoff. Small blind called. Flop come 10-9 deuce rainbow. They check to me. I bet 13,000. I get check raised by the small blind to 30,000. I know he's got either a Jack 8 or like a King 10. I put him on. He got real quiet. Whenever he had a big hand, he talked a lot. So he had a major tell. I called looking for a scare card to take the pot away from him. And the turn card came an 8 of diamonds. So now I had 2 diamonds, a pair of 9s, a gutter ball straight, and a queen. And the guy bet 70,000 and I moved it all in. Moved them all in. He had 85,000 more and he had 100 in the pot. And I really thought that my read was right on this pot. And if it was, there's just no way he would call. And he insta-called me with ace 10. I missed my 17 outs, and that was the hand that left me 46,000 left. I went for the juggler vein, tried to win a $400 and something thousand pot, which I didn't need to do because that's not how I play. I always play small bot poker. I kind of reverted a little bit back to my old style of play because I wanted to open up a little bit during this tournament because I thought I'd been playing too tight, and it bit me in the ass. Of course, if I hit one of the 17 outs in the chip later of the tournament, I probably win. But it is what it is. I know nobody folds to me. I know nobody ever folds ever to me. And I can't be making big semi-bluffs like that. So, whatever. That's how I went broke. I missed this. I made a 6 semi-bluff, which nobody in the world would have called. And I got called anyhow. So, rule #1, it's 2008. Never bluff in 2008. The Foxwoods tournament next week. I'll be going to Lynn Yard, Connecticut to play in the Foxwoods tournament. And for all you out there who don't know, I hate Foxwoods. It is a big, ugly, disgusting place, 5 times the size of the MGM. And you can't find anywhere and you're in the middle of nowhere. The place sucks. But the tournament's real good. The only thing is it starts at 10 a.m. Eastern, which is 7 a.m. our time. And, but the tournament's got a lot of yum-yums in it. So I think I'm going to fly up there and play in it. And that's what's on the agenda for me. And then if I don't make the final table, I'll be back for the main event of the World Series of Poker. Poker Savvy Plus, www.pokersavvyplus. Get your videos at Poker Savvy Plus. There'll be Mike Matusow videos, other people's videos from all the top pros. So check out Poker Savvy Plus. The hand of the week is brought to you by FullTiltPoker.com. Also Skin Industries, www.skinindustries.com. Get your t-shirts, Skin Industries, Poker Savvy Plus, and any other people that want to endorse me out there, I'll be there. My only hand of the week is via my Omaha 8 or better hand yesterday, because I haven't played much this week. I raised it up ace 3-5 after the guy limped. The flop come 4 king jack with 2 diamonds. I have ace 3-5 with 2 diamonds. The flop comes 4 king jack. Like I said, he check calls me. Turn card ace of spade. Check calls me. River card 8 of spade. He checks. I check. And lo and behold, he showed me the deuce 3-4-5 with 3 spades in his hand to scoop me. That's my hand of the week on the Mouthpiece. And he thought he was a superstar that he called me with 2 4s, no draw on the flop. And he's trying to go backdoor 19th low after I raised it. And then he's trying to justify how he's getting 5-1 on this and black, and 5-1 this, and 5-1 that. He's a moron, just like they're all morons, and then they beat me. And that's why I'm taking time off, because I'm too busy calling them all morons every day now. And they're starting to get to me because I had such a nice little losing streak at the beginning of this month that I just hate playing poker. So, alright, it's my favorite time of the show. The phone calls. So light up the phones, everybody. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. It's Mike.
Hey, Mikey. How you doing, man?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Not too bad. What's going on?
Nothing. Who's this?
This is Mark from Canada.
Mark from Canada. What's going on, man?
Not much. I got a question for you.
You got it.
When you first started playing, what's the one bit of advice you wish you knew then that you know now?
Well, one bit of advice I wish I knew then that I know now.
That you know now, yeah.
I would say that to keep your ego in check and that you're never probably anywhere near as good as you think you are. And when people used to tell me to put a lot of money away, and I used to laugh at them, and I used to say I want to play higher, I never thought I could lose. And the truth of the matter is you don't ever have to win. So my thing that I know now, that then the biggest piece of advice I can give people and younger people is egos will break you, cards will make you, and just keep your ego in check, and you know, you don't have to ever win.
Play smart then, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, people used to come up to me and say that all the time, that oh, you run good or this, and yeah, I played really good too. I mean, I played a lot better than most people, but that didn't make a difference. You can lose every hand you play. I'm telling you right now, you don't ever have to win a hand of poker. I mean, I've seen it.
Yeah, I guess you should be more results orientated then, pretty much.
Yeah, you know, I just, you know, I watch these kids. There's so many people now that people think are like the greatest players in the world, and I laugh. You know, I'm like, they're running good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like Patrick's lost like $2 million this month. You know, and
yeah,
and you know, they talk about how good Tom Dwan is. I mean, I watch Tom Dwan play. I think he's an idiot. I don't give a I just watch him put his money in with the worst hand every time. So, I mean, I watched him stack off a 122 ball online yesterday. I mean, he called a double raise with Queen 10 off. Then he check raised the guy 22,000. The guy reshipped it for 78 more, and he like calls him with Queen 10, and the guy had queens. I mean, what do you think the guy had? The guy double raised him, right, and then removed in on him after he got check raised. I mean, what do you think he had? Air balls? You know, and I just started laughing. And then I played a lot with him live too, and he didn't impress me there either. So, you know,
I think he just hates money.
Well, they just got a lot of money, and they want to outplay you every hand. You know, and they play with no fear, and it's easy to play like that till you go broke. Wait till they go broke. Let's see how much no fear they got. You know,
exactly.
I used to play like that too. I used to play without not a care in the world playing poker. You know, I like, you know, and then you run bad, you know, and then all of a sudden you're struggling, you need money, and you're broke, and you don't have any money. Let's see how they live when you have to worry about.
And then you're not playing fancy play syndrome all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. You know, and believe me, I used to be able to outplay the best of them. You know, my friend he emails me yesterday that this big pot he robbed off this guy, and how above the rim he plays. I said, you don't play above the rim. You're an idiot. I go, the card didn't roll off. You think you were going to win the pot? You know, he moved in on the guy for another $3,000 more with the board deuce 3-4 4-6. And after he 3-bet him with 9-10 on the flop. I'm like, I mean, did you think you're going to win the pot if a 5 don't roll off? Well, he was obviously bluffing. I said, yeah, he obviously was bluffing. He didn't have 10 high beat. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the call. Give me a call anytime.
Yeah, it was great talking to you, man. You take care of yourself.
Thanks, buddy. Later.
Bye.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Hey, what's up, Mike? This is Chris from Las Vegas.
Hey, Chris. What's going on, buddy?
What's up? I just wanted to ask you, like, how do you like your brother's show? We like talk about you all the time on this show on Now Live.
Well, I'm a little upset with him now, but that's okay.
You're upset with him? Why?
Because he does things he shouldn't do.
Really?
Yeah. Like put my personal business out on his show.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
It's fun talking about you, though. You're a celebrity, man.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
You know,
How's Boga treating you?
I try and do what I can, so.
How'd you do in that Bellagio tournament?
Not so good. I was doing well, but I kind of up.
Yeah, you got deep, and then the cards went bad, or what?
No, I just up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of made a mistake. I tried to pull a semi-bluff on somebody when I know nobody folds it ever in 2008 in poker, so. You know, it's my own fault.
Well, at least you know it's your own fault, and it's not a bad beat, you know?
No, I tried to bluff. I tried to put a bluff that would work. That would work 999 out of 1,000 times in from the year 1996 to the year 2006. But since it's 2008, it works 0 out of 1,000 times. So you know, but that's what poker is now. Poker's a joke. So you know, it's my own fault. That's why I don't bluff. So that's why I'm out.
Yeah. Well,
all right, well, I got another call, man. I appreciate the call.
No problem.
Give me a call anytime.
Yeah.
Later. Hey, welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike. What's going on, man?
Hey, Mike. My name is also Mike. I had a question for you, and I think you would be actually a perfect person to answer this.
All right.
Now, I noticed that over the last several months that your style of play has actually changed from what I used to see, and that you've made a whole lot more disciplined laydowns than I've seen you make in the past. You know, the World Series of Poker performance that you did, and I really respect your game a lot, and I think that like every player suffers from what I like to call like poker schizophrenia, where when somebody puts you to a decision for your chips, you have two different voices going on in your head. One of them saying, "Hey, let's push with this. This guy's got nothing," and the other one saying, "Well, maybe he's got something." And you're always constantly trying to figure out which one to listen to.
Right.
And because I noticed that lately you've been listening to the right one a whole lot more, I was wondering if you could tell me exactly what it is that you've been doing to prepare yourself over the last year and a half or so to get to this level.
It's a good question, and I'll give you somewhat of a 3-second answer. When my book on 7-day no limit hold'em tournaments comes out on May 19th, you'll really get an understanding of what I've learned to do and how I've changed my game. But it's very good that you're aware that I have changed my game, and I have really changed my game 100% of where it used to be. And the reason why I got knocked out of the Bellagio tournament last week is because I kind of reverted back a little bit to my old ways. And I tried to open up a little bit because I felt like I've been playing too cautiously and too methodical, and I needed to open up a little bit. And when I opened up and made a move-in semi-bluff with 17 outs on the river, I got called by one pair where there's no way I could be bluffing, and the guy called me anyhow. And I was just so f***ing mad at myself for making this play, which in every year up until 2006, it would work 100 out of 100 times. But in 2008, nobody folds, and I know that, and I was very mad at myself for doing this. So and I deviated from what I've been doing, which is basically keep the pot small, stay away from resistance, keep your speed really, really slow. So when you do enter pots, you get respect, which allows you to take down much more pots without seeing flops, without seeing showdowns, because of the respect you get. So that's about pretty much what I've changed.
Did it take you a long time to get to the point where you didn't automatically just push with those like 17 out hands, you know, those monsters?
I just knew that nobody folded to me. So once I realized nobody folded to me, I just, you know, nobody understands. I can't play poker anymore. I mean, it's easy for these guys. They'll sit there and say they're so much better at poker players and there's so much this. Yeah, they can make a play and people might fold. They don't know who they are. But they don't fold to me. So I need to, you know, pick my spots. And, yeah, I've made some good bluffs. I mean, still make some bluffs, but not very many. You know, I just got to be really, really careful. I just got to be, I got to be an artist. I got to be perfect. I got to play perfect.
Excellent. I'm definitely looking forward to reading that book when it comes out.
Yeah, be out. That and my autobiography will be out May 19th.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks so much for the call. Later. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Hi, Mike. It's Staci from Cleveland.
Hey, Staci. How are you?
Okay, Del. How are you?
Good, good.
Excellent. Hey, you know, I have a question. I was watching a Poker After Dark episode in regard to Jennifer Harmon's charity tournament for animals.
Right.
And you mentioned that you lost your kitty.
Yeah, I did.
So you never recovered him?
No, never did. He's gone.
Which one was it?
My little gray one, my love of my life, my Ace's cat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he ran away in March. We got a new cat, and he didn't like him very much, and he kept going on strolls. And I go to find out later that when you get a new cat in your territory and they don't like him, they're susceptible to leave. And unfortunately, my cat left, and he never came home. And I know he's got a new home because he's too smart to have gotten killed. But I put flyers out. I put a lot of flyers out, and so many people noticed them. They said they saw him, but I never actually found him. Oh
no. So I'm sorry. How are you doing otherwise, though?
I'm doing good. I mean, I had a real bad run online last month, and I'm taking some time off. But you know, I played real well at the Bellagio. I made on day 3. I thought I made a pretty bad mistake right out of the money, and I had really big chips too. I didn't need to play the hand I played. I think I kind of went for the juggler. I tried to win the tournament with 70 players to go, and I never do that. You know, if I win this pot, I'm the chip leader of the tournament, and I thought I'd be able to just dominate, and I didn't need to do that, and you know, I look back at it, I'm a little upset at myself for what I did, but you know, it's I took off of this, didn't play the Caesars tournament, and I'm going to Foxwoods next week, so you know, we'll see what happens.
Oh, beautiful! Foxwoods is great.
Yeah, so I just need to make my reservations and figure out when I'm going.
All right. Well, hey, I just thought I'd call and touch base with you.
Thanks, Staci. I appreciate it.
It's funny. I'm doing extremely well in poker, and I'm staring at a disconnection notice for my light bill.
Well, sounds like my life.
Figure.
Sounds like me when I'm doing really well, and they turn off all my power, my electricity, and my water because I forget to pay my bills. I'll be sitting there with like $200,000 in my bank account, and then all my electricity and everything gets turned off because I forget to pay my bills.
How the hell do I get out of this?
I do this all the time. Don't worry. I mean, that's what I do. And then I have to go. And then I go and I pay them for a whole year in advance, so I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
But now, I actually got I got everything fast forwarded to my online banking, so it automatically takes out now, so I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Well.
All right.
Well, thanks for the call.
All right, sweetheart. You too. Bye.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Hey, Mike. This is David from Missouri.
Hey, David. How are you, buddy?
Oh, not too bad. I haven't seen you out there in Bellagio in a while. You must have been busy.
Yeah, I was there for the main event, and that's about it.
Was you? I didn't go back for that. I got a question for you, though.
Yep.
I'm trying to transition to some online play. I do mostly live.
Right.
And I'm finding that, you know, because I play like a lot of 1-2 stuff, smaller stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And online, the players are much different than they are playing live. What would be a good limit to go to?
Well, probably they play better. They play better online.
Well, what I mean by it is there's a lot more stupider calls than you get when you're playing live.
Yeah, but there's a lot more worse players playing live. But I don't know. I never win online, so they don't ever fold.
Hey, that's what my problem is.
You know, I tell people all the time, you know, they talk about how online players play better and online players this, and I'm like, well, yeah, they play real good. They never fold. I said, what's poker when I can tell you what the guys' 2 cards are and they call me anyhow. You know, they just never fold. So it's tough.
So it doesn't matter whether you play 1-2 or you play 25-50. You got
buddy, you can play 2 and 400. Go watch that 500 and 1,000 game at Full Tilt Poker, and you watch how bad
all the time, and
you watch how bad they can play, and you tell me they play any better.
It's retarded.
They play worse in that game than they do in any other game you play. You'll see.
Well, I'm actually on there right now, and nobody's playing. But
yeah. Well, they haven't played the last 2 days, but when they're playing, I mean, they play so bad, it's comical.
I mean, how do these guys get the money to keep going like this?
Well, I don't know, man. All I know is I played with them all in a live game, and they play just as bad playing live.
Oh,
you know,
really?
and everybody wants to say how great they all are.
Right. Well, it's just because they got more money than everybody.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. And they're all half of them are going broke anyhow. They just don't know it yet.
Well, I appreciate it, Mike.
You got it, man. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Well, welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Yes, is this Mike Donkeysow?
No, I think you have the wrong number.
No, I'm pretty sure I got the right number. How you been, buddy?
Who's this, man?
Do you know who this is? There's no way you should know who this is.
No, I have no idea who the this is. Who is it?
Who's Big Pots, man?
Yeah.
I used to
Who the
play
Big
with
Pops?
you back in the days.
You what?
How you been, man?
Where do I know you from?
We used to play on Full Tilt.
Ah, what was your name on there?
Lose Big Pots?
How you spell that?
LOSEBIGPOTS.
Oh, yeah, what's up, brother? Yeah.
Man, there you go.
Ooh, I was thinking Lou, as in L-O-U.
Oh.
That's why.
Damn, man.
Yeah, okay, I remember. You haven't been on, and I haven't seen you on in a while.
Man, I've been running like I couldn't even get on.
Yeah, I remember you loaned me like 5 or 10 a couple times, and I sent it back to you. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you always send it back. You're always good for it. I just never really talked to you. Just wanted to see how you've been.
Oh, dude, I appreciate the call, man. Yeah, so
I've been running like and Full Tilt's weird, man. It gets you on these little streaks, especially for people that put in like 10, 12 hours a day on that.
Yeah. What have you been playing mostly?
I was playing 10-20 PLO cap.
Yeah, I heard those games are good.
Some of those games been real good. I have my own table, so I got the same people always taking shots at me, so I've been running pretty well. But on the tournament, I just been running cold. I can't even cash. I used to hit 2 tournaments a week on that site, and
yeah, well, you know, it's nothing to do with the poker runs in streaks, man. It's just like even when I used to play live, I mean, I would play break-even poker 8 months a year, and then I would like go on like a rush for like 2 months a year, and that would be my whole year month's salary, my whole year's salary.
Yeah, I'm not sweating.
That's just how poker works, man. It's just a joke, you know.
Yeah, I'll be back up there when the F-tops start. Are you going to be playing any of these F-tops, or are you just...
Yeah, well, I'm scheduled to play the first one November 5th. I'm supposed to be the host, but I'm going down to Foxwoods. So but they have 2 starting days, so I might just start on the 6th. So I'll figure that out then.
All right, bud. Well, I'll give you a holler, man. I just wanted to see how you've been and everything.
You got it, man. Thanks for calling, man. Keep in touch. Say hello to me online.
Hey,
later.
Take care.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Mikey, what's going on? It's Joe from good old Boston here. Had a quick question for you.
Joe from Boston. Joe, I'm going to be in Boston next week.
You're going to be in Boston next week. What, you going down to Foxwoods?
Yeah. What's the quickest way to get there? To fly into Boston, or to fly into Connecticut, or to fly into the other place?
Probably your best bet. I think they have a private airport down there. I mean, I think you can swing flying into the private airport. I think it's really close too. But I mean, the major airport, the closest one, would probably be Providence.
Providence, yeah. I think that's where I flew into last time, is Providence. But they say you can fly into Providence or Boston.
Yeah, that's probably the closest major airport is Providence Airport.
Right.
But I also do think that they do have a private field down there as well.
Yeah.
Down like pretty close to the casinos.
Really?
Anyways, a huge fan of yours. You know, I think you are probably one of the greatest tournament players in at least the past 5 years that I've seen.
Thanks.
And I just got a quick question for you. I'm relatively new to the game. Well, not relatively new. I've been playing for a while, but as far as playing in the World Series, I've played in, you know, going out to Vegas with the guys, you know, out in Harrah's, you know, the sit and goes, the $60, you know, 1 o'clock buy-ins.
Yeah.
And I've done fairly well in those. I've been out to Vegas 8 times. I've made 7 final tables. I played once every time. So how do you translate? This year I'm gonna go and not play in the World Series, but maybe the $1,500 events. How do you translate someone who's played in just, you know, small time games like that and not really a very good cash player?
First of all, I would play online and try and win my seat into the main events, because if you don't play, the main event's so juicy that the overlay is so big that it's ridiculous. I mean, the main event is the juiciest tournament of the year. So I tell everybody, I'd rather see you play the one main event a year than 7 small events, because it's such a juicy tournament. But you know, and so many these online places for like $20 buy-ins are giving away seats. I knew one guy won 10 seats last year. So you know, you could probably if you're any decent, you could probably win a seat online. Number one. Number two, you know, sounds like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I played in this, you know, the 50, 60 people. You know, I've played, you know, I've been out there 8 times. I made 7 final tables. You know, I've cashed probably, you know, 6 of those times. And I've always said to myself, I said, hey, look, I'm going to come out, and I promised myself if I lost 100 pounds, I was going to go out and play in the World Series. And I'm about 6 months in, down 57 pounds. And I'm going to make a run at the World Series. You know, I think I'll go out and play in a $1,500 event. And you know, you guys like you, Doyle Brunson, are my inspiration. You know, I love the game. I suck playing cash, but I'm pretty good playing tournaments. And I would like to make a run. I just wondered if you had any advice for a first timer out there. What's the strategy being a first timer playing in the World Series?
Just play patiently, man, and don't get caught up in the chips and how many chips you got, and don't force yourself to get chips, because you got to let the game come to you. And you know, there'll be days where you're just folding and folding and folding and folding, and the next thing you know, you're playing 7 hours and you have 3 chips in your stack, and you're just folding and trying to stay alive. And then all of a sudden the deck hits you, and now all of a sudden you're one of the chip leaders. You know, you just can't give up. You can't force yourself to get chips, because that's just not how you win. You know, you got to let the game come to you.
All right, Mike. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I'm a huge fan. Good luck with everything.
Call me anytime. Take care.
All right, take care.
Later. I'm Mike the Mouth Matusow. I hope you've enjoyed our show today. Have some more. And we'll see you all in 2 weeks, as I'll be in Foxwoods next week. I will not be here. And we'll talk about the winner of the 2008 or 2007 or 2006 World Series of Poker main event, whatever we're filming the finals of, which, coming to think of it, you asked me many a times what I thought of the 4-month layoff. At first I hated it. Then I thought it was a good idea. And now, with a week to go, my final assessment of it. Complete joke. Waste of f***ing time. Okay? I don't care what it is. 4 months was way too long. I mean, it seems like the World Series of Poker ended years ago, which it probably did. And it just didn't bring the attention that they expected it to be. I mean, they say the ratings are up 22%. Yeah, the ratings are up 22% because me and Phil Hellmuth were on every other week. How were the ratings last week and this week? That's what I want to know. I'm out of here. Talk to y'all later. Thanks a lot for calling in, for all my phone calls out there. Thanks for calling. We had a lot of calls today. I appreciate it. And we're looking forward to seeing you all in 2 weeks back here on the Mouthpiece. I hope to bring back a World Poker Tour title. Later.